Today is Monday, November 20th, and this is the ADM Investor Services Monday Market Kickoff. Please note that the views and opinions expressed here today are solely those of our guests and should not be construed as the views or opinions of ADM Investor Services or Archer Daniels Midland Company. Today's guests are Steve Freed, Vice President of Grain Research at ADM Investor Services, and Alan Bush, ADMIS's Senior Financial Economist. Alan, the CME Group announced that it intends to launch a Bitcoin futures contract before the end of the year, pending regulatory approval. Is there a specific date that the CME will launch the contract?
Well, there so far is no specific date, but the CME did say that by the second week in December, they will have the contract launched.
Alan, do you think this product will be actively traded?
It will be extremely actively traded. There's a tremendous amount of interest in this contract right now. Some saying that there is likely to be more interest and better reception than even the stock index futures when they first were announced.
It'll be something if they try. I suppose foreign interest is also high.
Right, there's quite a bit of interest overseas, especially in China, and also the Bitcoin now has traded over 8,000 for the first time, so there was a new record high, well over 8,000 today in the Bitcoin price.
Steve, let's talk grains. Soybeans rallied Friday, but prices are a little lower today. Can you please comment on the bean market?
Well, usually this time of year the market gets pretty quiet as we finish our harvest up and start looking at South America. On Friday there was talk that Argentina was going to have a dry forecast over the next 2 weeks, and so this is their planning, end of their planning season and getting into their growing season. So we had a rally that took us through some of the moving averages and hit some stops. Today, it looks like there's some chances of some rain over the next 15 days. They're only light coverage and scattered showers, especially in the north, so it doesn't really change the weather pattern, so we have to still watch it. Beans could rally quite a bit if there's a weather problem in Argentina.
Corn also showed a little bit of life on Friday. Why was that?
There were rumors that China came in and bought U.S. corn, about 10 cargoes. Commercials cannot confirm that, but again, China's talking about blending ethanol in their gasoline formulation, and they have a lot of corn in stocks, but some people question the quality of that corn and also where it's located, versus where the ethanol plants are. So down the road they could be an importer of corn. It may not be a big game changer as far as numbers are concerned, but psychologically it could help corn prices.
What are the current fund positions in the grains, and what do the technicals look like right now?
The funds have a record short in corn. They're big shorts in wheat and small longs in the beans. So the funds continue to buy beans because of the demand and are short corn and wheat against it because of the lack of demand. Technically speaking, we're still near the season lows in corn and wheat. It's going to take some kind of weather problem or increase in demand to get them out of this trading range. For the beans, everybody wants to sell beans except they go up in price.
Steve, what is the latest? I know you mentioned the South American weather, but how does the overall weather picture look in South America?
Brazil crops are planted and the weather is fine. They're getting regular rains and they have to have a pretty optimistic outlook for their crop right now. And in La Nina years, Brazil usually has good weather. It's just Argentina that's dry. And Argentina really hasn't had a good rain for a month. And so this next 2 weeks of these showers are pretty important for the crops. So we have to watch it pretty closely.
Alan, let's turn back to financials. It appears that the FOMC will hike its Fed funds rate at the December 13th meeting. How many rate increases can we expect in 2018?
Well, first of all, I'm totally on board with the idea that the Fed will raise at the December meeting. But as far as next year, there are quite a few banks that are indicating or suggesting that there could be 3 rate increases. Those on the Fed quite a bit lately have been saying 3 as well, but my analysis suggests only 2 more rate increases, but I think that the trend of higher rates will last much longer than most analysts are anticipating.
Now in the stock market, after making new record highs again early last week, stock index futures fell more recently due to weaker crude oil prices and uncertainty over the state of U.S. tax reforms. Is this the beginning of a new bear market?
I would say not. We will not see any type of sustained break in this market. In fact, I believe that any weakness should be used as a buying opportunity, and I also believe that we will see another new round of highs in the major indices before the end of this year.
If there were turkey futures, would you guys be long turkey futures right now?
I'd be long anything that could potentially see a drop in supply.
All right, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Remember, the views and opinions expressed today on this video are solely those of our guests and should not be construed as the views or opinions of ADM Investor Services or Archer Daniels Midland Company. If you'd like more information about our brokerage services, would like to speak to one of our experts about managing your risks, or would like to open a trading account, please visit www.admis.com.